Waschuk, former Canadian ambassador to Ukraine and business-ombudsman for Ukraine at the Business-Ombudsman Council. He is in Warsaw, Poland this morning. Good morning. Welcome back to our program.
Glad to be with you.
Let's begin by talking about the meeting that happened where you are earlier today between our Prime Minister and the Polish President. An announcement was made about more aid coming from Canada. And as well, we heard from the Polish President that these war criminals will be brought to justice. He believes that, that they will be held accountable. What did you make of the meeting and what we heard came from it?
Well, there was quite a meeting of minds there. Poland, of course, is very much a frontline state in this. Canada, in a sense, in leading the NATO force in Latvia, also plays a significant role, underappreciated until this particular phase of the conflict broke out. So I think it's important that they met and agreed, especially on the measures that first help greet and buffer the Ukrainian refugees when they come into Poland, and then also Canada's measures for inviting those who wish to travel further and be received in Canada, and make funding available for that.
So talks today in Turkey between Russia and Ukraine really went nowhere. Are you surprised by that? Is that a setback? What's your analysis of that?
Totally unsurprised. The Russians are living in Putin's head. You'll recall that Foreign Minister Lavrov said, we're not going to invade any other countries. We haven't even attacked Ukraine. We're just having a little security operation there. So this is an entirely delusional approach. Clearly, Foreign Minister Lavrov, maybe even Putin himself, not being fully briefed on the losses the Russians have suffered. They have lost a third of the tanks and armored personnel carriers they sent into Ukraine. They've lost over 10,000 men killed and wounded, but they're acting as if they can still dictate surrender terms to Ukraine. So those talks were doomed to fail.
Speaking of delusional, let me ask you as well about Putin saying that the country is going to be stronger and more economically independent after this. Yet the economy is really on the brink of collapse. To date, I think 300 companies have pulled out of Russia as well. There's a whole other list of sanctions and things that are impacting their economy. Does Putin really believe, do you think, that they're okay?
We now have to accept that he can believe almost anything as long as it serves his sort of messianic purposes. And, you know, North Korea is a very independent kind of place because it's totally cut itself off from the world. And that's basically what Russia has done.
Roman Waschuk, he's a former Canadian ambassador to Ukraine. We will speak with you again. All the best. Well, the heartache of war is taking a massive